So of course, just when I want to go live, my computer's acting like a complete and slowpoke and a dumbass. So that's fun. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Mo. Technology is my worst enemy. How is everyone? Hope you all are doing great today. God forbid technology works as it's supposed to for one day, for one freaking day. But again, I hope you all are doing well today. I'm waiting for Wage C for a bit. But the starting soon screen is done by Breedy. Check them out. Link is in the description below. And we got a new review with Legend of Korra Season 2. Check it out if you so choose to. And then with that all being said, let's get started with a great Ace Attorney. Oh boy. I should have probably played this a bit sooner, but oh well. We're here now with it though. That's the opponent part. Now we'll be playing both games back to back. Because definitely feel like that's how this game was meant to play. Oh, be played, to be honest. Any button. Don't tell me any button. Oh, I guess I could just... I mean, we can just go new.
The Empire of Japan. After opening its doors, a push for cultural transformation brought great waves of Western influence to this far eastern island nation. The revolution washed over the land, making life in the capital exciting and unsettling.
I'm Cho.
A period of great change, and some was swept away by the tide.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
But for one man, the turbulence of that era was just the beginning of an extraordinary story.
Dun dun dun. This game really does have like a slow start. And I mean that more than one way. But again, once you think about like for two games, it's like one big game. That, I mean, it's still a slow start, but I feel like it gets a little better. I just can't believe it. Believe it! I still can't believe it is happening. How could it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little temple is the highest court in Japan, waiting to decide my fate? What? Oh, no, nothing. Save your glares. Murder! I feel like what goes against the values of the code system. Sorry. They're always declaring me a murderer. My name is Rusuke Nandoro. I'm a second year student at the Yome in University. 3 days ago, I found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now here I am, awaiting my trial. But it's enough. He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. Who are you? I love his hairband. There's no win in this hallway. He just got it moving on his own like that. He's that good. This man's low. I'll be defending him today. Low? Yes. Until the judge gave his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. So you will hold your tongue. Technicalities. Look at him. He haven't graduated yet. And yet, I still seem to know better than you do how a co-officer should behave. Why are you Yusuke? Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. What are you apologizing to me for? Oh, no, I suppose that wasn't my fault. But really, Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry. There you go again, apologizing. Just like always. If I apologize, it had a Z in it. Then again, I'm not a good speller, so it might never had Z to begin with. Although I must say, you've been all over the newspapers these past few days. Yumi University Professor Monko blind by a student. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you? Of course not. You gotta believe me. I did not do it. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Kazuma. I could never murder someone, whatever. There's nothing to worry about. Strain yourself up, hold your head high. You mean, I believe you. You know, I know you're innocent, Yusuke. Kazuma, Aishugi. I butchered that probably, I apologize. My best friend, also in his second year at university. But he's far more clever than I. It starts doing, in fact. He's even a qualified low. Impressive considering he's still an undergrad. It's not that impressive. The very concept of lows is only a few years old. Here in Japan, anyway. My qualifications don't mean much yet. You said exactly the same thing 3 days ago, but I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly. 3 days ago. Yes, that's when all of this started. Congratulations, Kazuma. It looks like you're gonna get to study abroad at last. I know. I've been dreaming forever of this day. Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and successes, unquote. So you representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system of the world. I'm really happy for you and proud as your friend. I kind of like this just for the sole purpose of like an ace attorney is reference that Phoenix studied like all these legal systems across the world. So it's good to see like all characters, even you know in the past, do the same thing. It's not someone from the university who doesn't know Cosmo's name. He's a living legend. There's like some mysterious aurora blowing around his temple. But how else is he gonna get that ribbon or headband to fly? I want to bring about change in our own legal system. That's why I had to cross the ocean to see the real thing with my own eyes. The heart of the British Empire. I wish I could see it too. I mean, it's gonna be a lot different than how Japan is. Then come with me. We have a lot of time tearing up the streets of Home Mastery City of London together. Only if it was that simple. Oh dear, look at the time. I better be going. Oh, I see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow. Well, then, partner. I was straight after that. That's when it happened. So, yeah. May I have a word? Professor, I didn't know you were coming. Well, this case has personal significance to me. But never mind that for now. It's okay. You should go immediately to the judge's chambers. His Excellency's chambers? Why? He was looking for you before. Yeah, advocating for the defense of the trial was a sudden decision. It seems there might be some confusion about the procedures today as a result. Who's this man? I thought I'd seen him at the university before. Well, I mean, considering he's called professor, one would assume he's a professor at a university. I see. I got one, son. I try accompanying you. 11, Yusuke. I see you in the courtroom. Yes, thanks. I love the models of this game. I think they're really all great. Especially later on. But it was like a great first impression. This is awkward. A bit. If I may. Yes, sorry. You must be the defendant. Yusuke Naruto, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Yuji Makotaba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yumi University. Professor Makotaba. I heard that name from Kazuma before. As we recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma's staying abroad. Osoge has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand. BFFs, man. As such, I feel you should know. Know what? Well, as you know, Daho, Osoge's been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'm afraid that permission will be revoked and never be granted again. Man, that's kind of high stakes, too. What? I suspected you were unaware of this. I have a feeling Osoge might have chosen not to tell you. I mean, he probably doesn't want me to worry. He agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered. But I don't understand, why would the government do such a thing? The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas studies. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even in the favorable of circumstances. I don't believe it. But I didn't do it, I swear it. Not more. I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless, I can't show you that proving your innocence would be no easy task. You see, there are some peculiarities about today's trial. Sorry? What do you mean? You soon understand. Once proceedings get underway. But, what should I do? Well, naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction. Of course not. Right, so as soon as the trial starts, the judge will put a certain question to defense. And when that happens, you must answer that before anyone else. You must say, I do. I do? But what would the question be? Surely not. Do you accept the accusations brought before you? Of course not. Okay, defend it! Oh, well, that's quick. The court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. I would see my superfluous discussions are about to be cut short. So allow me to summarize. Kazuha Shoki must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as for defendant, the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be feel guilty for failing to appeal? Get moving! There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you anyway. Well, god dang. This is it. If this trial goes badly, Cosmo's dream of studying abroad are over. And what's more, I'd be found guilty of murder. And so, with absolutely no idea what lays ahead, I embark on that unforgettable trial. My one and only chance of proving my innocence. The trial would decide my destiny. I mean, technically, next case you have to prove your innocence too, but hey, let's go with this. Courtroom 2. I love how, like, his eyes move. So this is a courtroom. The Supreme Court of Judiciary. No court in the land has more power. I don't like the look of those people sitting in the public gallery. A lot of military and all uniforms and though. The powers have deemed that this be a secret trial. A secret trial? A trial that's closed to only members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend. What? But why? It became clear in time, but for now, will it? I mean, it does, eventually. You need to concentrate on escape. It's about to begin. It's always a pain. The code will now heal. The trial of Yusuke Naho. The prosecution's way, Excellency. As is the defense. Before we begin, there's one point of order I'd like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate. But that's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. The number of procedures for defendant advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to trial. As this is an unusual circumstance, I am obligated to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? This is it! This must be the question! Who's gonna defend me? That's the question for Professor Matt. But then, if I say I do, I need to answer the question. Answer I do! Let's take the bull by the horns. Yeah, actually, no confirmation is needed. As I'm saying here, besides... What's the meaning of his unruly outbursts? I would like to inform the court that I, Yusuke Naho, will be defending myself. You be... What? What are you playing at, Yusuke? Professor... I'm gonna butcher his name each and every fucking time, am I? Me... Kotaba told me everything just now before the trial. He did what? He said that your dreams of starting abroad would be dashed if you were to lose. How sad. It means that you don't have faith in me. You think I won't be able to get you off? No, it's not that really. It's just that, well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you... Oh, also, I did get Blue Kaioken Goku and Dokkan. I don't care how bad or good he is, I got my boy. But I've wanted for years. So, that's all that matters to me. Yes, I knew that somehow you feel. But which is exactly what I decided not to tell you. Professor Kotaba chose stuck his nose in. Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's decide to advocate for himself in today's trial. Well. Does the accused admit defeat or reign, renouncing his own counsel? Really? Objection. Make no mistake, counsel. This being only chose for defendant's innocence is so apparent that he's confident he can speak for himself. Isn't that so, Naruhodo-san? Oh, yes, exactly! Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all. That's the spirit. In fact, my mind's a complete blank. I realize you're in charge now, but still, don't try to look so bewildered. Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court, you must have perpetrated a most heinous crime indeed. You're no doubt aware of this, the Supreme Court of Judiciary of Japan. Accordingly, the very highest standard of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, defendant Naruho? Yes, Excellency. It is therefore my duty to assert your competence for the task you have undertaken. My competence? What does that mean? Scratching the ability to do the job. How dare he? Well, he couldn't be questioning him more than I am. That's the spirit! So let's start with the simplest of questions. Yes! Kindly state before the court the name of the victim of this case. Oh, we don't have the court record yet. Well, that's easily enough. I heard his name more times than I care to remember him. But, wait. I'm so nervous I can't remember that. What was it again? Yusuke. Let me guess, your mind's gone blank. You know me so well. All the relevant information for this case should be found in the court record. But I can't even find that. It's simple. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. If even you've forgotten something, just consult that. That's all that's in there. I had to press, okay, yeah. List of evidence, people, press all. Okay. John H. Wilson. So remember, the other thing with the current case would be fine for court record. Now that you better not keep possessing ring any longer. Gone. Find the victim. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Yes. The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university. Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England, invited to UMA University a few years ago. Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. The British Empire is at for present our country's most valuable foreign ally. And as most of you are aware, we just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations. There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. And despite these dedicated circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilled on our soul. You two are both undergrads at the Imperial University, are you not? More like a professor from the very institution that provides you education. Have you no honor? This is you, though. That bugs me. But I didn't do it. I mean, that's what we're here to prove. But we didn't do it. The case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. I mean, I'm sure. I'm sure it is. But Cove therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter. In other words, a feeble government is scared of upsetting the England's policymakers. That's what it's all about, baby. And you're a convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime. Makes sense. So that's why this trial has these unusual particularities, isn't it? Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman. Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. But nationalities and trees won't make any difference for me here. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. Oh dear, look at the time. I better get going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay here and enjoy this place a little longer. Good idea. After all, not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. Gotta put pinkies up, SpongeBob. Pinkies up. See you in English class tomorrow, then, partner. The British Empire. Wow, it's incredible to think. Wait. I've seen that man at the university. I'm sure he's a visiting professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still. I should go and say hello. So I went over there to the professor's table and introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. Now then, let me pose my next question to you, defendant Idaho. Yes, it's Flame. How did this professor of medicine, John H. Wilson, lose his life? Saved before the cause of death. Cause of death. Well, honestly, that was... Bullet! Yusuke, remember that in court, every assertion must be backed up by evidence. By evidence? By how? What is this evidence you speak of? Find a piece of evidence that shows the professor's cause of death and select percent. Do it now! Yes! Well, according to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to a gunshot trauma. Learn to read, imbecile. Let's post-mortem report, take it. Sorry, yes, That's right. The post-mortem report. In the West, a doctor dissects a corpse to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. But here in Japan, the officer merely expects the body and draws conclusions that way. Oh, I see. As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later. He will be, don't worry. This is a so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. For those, a beautiful first on his head, I'll be honest. You can clearly distinguish scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the power explosion. In other words, we can assume that the victim was shot at close range. Thank you, Connor. So the court accepts this modern scientific evidence into the courtroom. So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The details are credible. Very well. I'm satisfied with your answers. But let's start the trial. Just took forever. Certainly, yeah, excellency. So without further ado, in order to praise the court with the facts of the case, the prosecution hereby calls its first witness, who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened. This is it then. So if you hear the dogs barking, I think I might have worked out what the professor had in mind. The professor? Wait, you mean Dr. Mikotaba? Yes, clearly you're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as the assistant. Of course. When he was speaking with me before, he simply said, Kazuma Ishoki must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. He will be sticking his own in, hasn't he? Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. Well, my first piece of advice is, we end that crazy look of bewilderment and control the code sweats. Only if you wear that crazy hairband and control the code stairs first. Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please. Of course, my name is Satoru Hosun Aga. I'm the head waiter of a Western style restaurant called Le Cavanero. Oh, that's not concerning. You're coughing up blood. Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some, It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't. I think it should, but okay. Well, it really should. It really should. As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern corner has developed for business some years ago. It's become a fashionable district now for hotels to accommodate overseas guests. But it's grim crime occurring in the district's so-called restaurants, and home Okundeno Iwi 3 days ago. Understood. Hosun Aga-san, will you clearly tell the court everything you can about the incident? I want so. And no interjections from the aspiring lower board, please. Prospering, maybe, but aspiring. It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We had a few diners at that time of day. The lunchtime lunch was over and there were only 3 tables still occupied. It fits in with my memory of it too. There's hardly anyone else in the place. That's when I was in the kitchen putting away cookery and coloring. Then, BOOM! A gunshot rang out, so I hurried to the dining hall to see what happened. I found the victim, an Englishman gentleman, slept in his chair. Standing immediately beside him with gun in hand was the accused university student. Hold on, just let me clarify something here. Well, I did pick up the guy I found laying on the ground beside the professor. I didn't shoot him. I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness report of what he saw, show. But next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you'll be penalized. Defendant Nando. Don't worry, Ryusuke. You have your chance to fight back. For now, we must quietly listen to the witness. If I may confirm one point, William. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we saw in court today? Yes, that question. I see. That's not good for us, is it? It's my twin! And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim? No. Well, that's not good for us even. There was no one else around that table besides the deceased Englishman and the university student. Huh? Wait, what did he just say? There was no one else around that table? What's the matter, Yusuke? That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, there was a woman saying opposite at him at his table. Willie? And that's not something Will could have missed. I have been warned about introduction, but still, what should I do? Interject. YOLO! See what the fuck happens.
Yes.
Just wait a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There's a lady sitting with him at the same table. Deal me. What are we gonna do with you? With your blatant disregard for court procedures, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all? But I'm sure of what I saw. Host Sanagasan, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazed? No. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone. I don't believe it. I should have a rough plan of a restaurant as it was that day. Please have a look if you like. Let me see. A sketch of an establishment layout you draw by yourself, I'll presume. That's why I'm afraid I must use the back of my business card. It was a COVID situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was here alone. Well, if you clearly a conscientious whale. Thank you, sir. The court would not take this plan and add to the court record as evidence. Well, is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once. No, of course. Here you are. What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now. Something suddenly seems to have shaken him. So, the court now has heard a preciseness of the case. Oh, I can't turn this around. Okay, that's a bit lame. Anyways. Yes, the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant. Only person in custody of the victim was the defendant on trial today. It would seem we were looking at a black and white case here. Fernando? Yes, Your I was about to say Your Honor. Yes, Your Excellency. If you admitted guilty at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you. In other words, you may have some small reprise in terms of your inevitable punishment. I call this witness as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of this case to the court. But I must warn the defense if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial. The prosecution has decisive evidence from the sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime. What do you think I should do, Kazuma? What do you mean? Yeah, what do you mean? Come on, man. Risk it. Well, I'm gonna be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty of a stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual about these particularities. You said Professor Mitkotoba said it, and so does the judge of prosecution. I'm scared what lies ahead if I push this. As I said from the onset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're now willing to throw that trust back in my face? Is that it? What? The accused is in fact innocent. Then the defense lawyer is duty bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you gonna just abandon that dude? Or are you just gonna give up on yourself? The battle hasn't even begun yet. And I haven't really stopped yet, and we're like 40 minutes in. I haven't even cross-examined my first witness yet. The defense pleads not guilty, actually. We advise the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out the witnesses. We just see how decisive this evidence really is. I really like the, multiple witnesses testimonial. This does it way better than, for Professor Layton crossover. Indeed. Prosecution Archie, please continue with the proceedings. Well, you were warned, the young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint, but I can also be a devil when I want to be. People call you a saint. And a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever. With death! The prosecution calls this next witness. Says, very well, officer, bring forth the witnesses at once. Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the code. Yes, sir. I'm the Great Napoleon Imperial Army's Sergeant Aiz Nozwa, reporting for duty, so. Myself, I find employment as a purveyor of the fine articles of electricity from the effluency of our nation, Nippon, and conduct my trade from Waisuti, a hamper premise in the 2nd District. Kuom Kutara at your service. I butchered all of that. An antique dealer and a soldier. What an unusual pairing. Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question. They must be diners, or there must be the diners of our table royal mansion. Myself, I inhabit take tea of the most excessive aroma of the establishment in question. Always past noon. And not infrequently converse with interest parties regarding the course of which I make my business. I can't understand a word that old man is saying. Me and you both. He's an trick deal, and it sounds like he's a worker at La Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who might be interested in antiquities and tries to sell his wares to them. He obviously targets El Carnival because of the high-class restaurant with rich clientele. Gotta target for money. Why, I see. Although, to be honest, that sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer. Now, you both witnessed for a precise moment of this most atrocious incident. Is that correct? Affirmative! The enemy unit was attacking for Phono is what can only be described as an active word, so I know that it's not like of a release of this game, But, like, it's so weird to get, like, basically kind of, like, two social characters back to back in terms of, like, the final case of Spirit of Justice, and then this game, first case. I mean, technically it's this DLC case of Spirit of Justice, but still. Close enough. It's a black, uniform work, infantry man over there, who unloaded his firearm, so... This man is impossible to understand as well. But I was sure her strange nose during the last thing he said. So thus the decisive evidence the prosecutor is threatening. Testimony! The searchers claim that he actually saw the precise moment he shot the victim dead. Yes. Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable? If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start. I'm sure you will. Now, could we hear your formal testimony, please? You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that incident occurred. Yes, sir. Stand by. Way to report, sir. Unsavory memories of Activity afternoon. Poor man is shaking. I feel like he needs a blanket. He looks cold. I mean, it might be because of age and stuff like that too. But he just looks cold. The way he's shaking. I was ingesting a record-ton beef steak at a restaurant when having a technical discussion with a man. Myself, I was exploring the virtues of a particularly fine golden coral to the military gentleman. At the precise moment a firearm was discharged, I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniform of versatile cadet found the English civilian, and from the back, the Kali Weasel. I was on my hands and knees, investigating the whereabouts of my mysterious Absacor precious coral. Well, actually witnessed the vital moment. You saw a split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim. Yes, sir, affirmative, sir. That wicked university cadet, sir, that cruel, unforgivable enemy. He has a knife? We like witnesses have knives in the courtroom? Where has this world come to? At a time we live when an English gentleman may be assailant in the broad of day. But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone. Is it really true, Yusuke? Yes, all I did was pick up the gun I saw lying on the floor. Everyone has that instinct to pick up that gun. Edgeworth did. I'm sure others did too, but anyway, we go with the big ones. I just said hello to Dr. Wilson. I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. And when I finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant. And when I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair, when the professor was saying, perhaps if the professor had dropped it. So I bent over, and just as I picked it up, BANG! Well, if that's the truth, then there's obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. The good old Bayon gun. And someone, these two witnesses' testimony is a clue as to who that criminal was. Is there? Yusuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witness. Oh, finally we get to cross-examine people. Cross-examine? Do it now! As you heard, Your Excellency, there's no room for doubt in the testimony of both witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. It's time to bring the despicable student to justice. Certainly, the testimony the court has just heard eliminates any vestige of doubt. Jaime is an English teacher. 100%. No one be confused.
Yes.
One of the name of the inputs for meaning of this outpost. I mean, the defense demands its right to a cross-examination. Deal me. Let me guess. The Hitchmaki hairband bow next door to me told me to do it. How pathetic. Huh? How did he know? I mean, lucky guess. The prosecution objects. This is a cruel waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How could he possibly carry out a cross-examination? Defense is assuming is right to a cross-examination. Well, you are not think it's capable of it. It's irrelevant. Cosmo is so commanding. Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of a witness. Alright, this is where the battle really begins, Moonsuke. But I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination. Likely I do. It's an obvious you have to explore the lies of a witness's statements. How? Don't fire a gun, which means that the searcher has to be a lie. Well, yes, but it's just a case of proving it, and the key to doing that is evidence. Right, evidence. All you need to do is present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. So much reading, who would have thought? Let's go, Yusuke. Don't let them beat you. Poor guy. He gave it a slap for Dex properly. Alright then, it's all for nothing. Okay. So we're gonna save here. And then we will pick this up later. But we're gonna go on to our master do section. Man, we didn't even cross-examine anyone. Konami. What makes the sky strikers in my face? Oh, excuse me. Okay. Let's pick up our stones. Or gems. Dokkan stones. Yu-Gi-Oh gems. Come on, Forrest, get good. Okay, we can still walk out with Lunar Lights, because, at least for now, because I love my goals, what can I say? Oh, I'm being baseballed. Okay. And the third. Annoying. Really annoying. And Yeah, you never are one with infinite opponents. That's stupid. My head hurts really badly for whatever reason. I don't know why, but I've been drinking all the while. So I'm definitely not dehydrated, I don't think. I was about to say, you really can't do anything besides that. Interesting. Because in theory, okay, interesting. Danger, Bigfoot! Draw. This is well. Not having Moonlight perfume having that fucking space is pain in the back of my neck. Oh well. You gotta start somewhere. Trying to see what these face down cards are. But that doesn't seem to be happening today. That's annoying. I forgot if I can record itself. Oh, that's good for him. I'm probably just gonna get a wallop here, maybe. Just maybe. Oh, yeah, that's definitely not good. Bum 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 bum. Spirit Blue Eyes again, getting Blue Eyes on the field with the greatest of ease. Are we going for the Magia or Neo? Okay, Neo. Well, likely Cat Dancer can't be destroyed by battle. So there's that. But you get to reset. The trap, and yeah, it's probably that one. Who would have thought? Not me. Impom. I feel like you should have maybe done that a bit before. Oh, you getting... Well... I mean, if you're getting destroyed by Cock, that you won't need to turn off its effects. Number 7 Wolf. Are you gonna destroy a wolf? Probably. Then I'm gonna have a bad day. That makes it a bad day. And I'm pretty sure I just lose at this point. I do, so just gonna do this, and you can have your way with me. Yeah, I'm gonna go on the limb here and says I'll lose this turn. Okay, if we're going on, okay, very good. But if we're going on a little journey here, but. Well, there we go. Lost for first game. But we can come back. We can come back. Hopefully, maybe. We'll see. Well, dailies. Okay. Okay, at least we got perfume in hand. I'm not saying that means we'll win, but it's something. I forgot what all this deck does, to be honest, but I know it evolves wishers and equip spells. That's kind of it. I haven't seen Fire Fentanyl in a bit. Bum 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 bum. That's legal. Okay. I see you, Master Doom. I see you. Okay, so we're like Infernoble Knights. Gotcha. Boom, boom, boom. Unicorn. I mean, it's not gonna be unicorn, but it's a unicorn. I wonder how, like, I don't remember, like, I know Informal Knights have a time to shine, but it's been a bit, man, it's been a bit. Again, one thing I would add to Master Duel, but one thing above anything else, see your opponent's time. I'm an impatient man. I would like to see. Because other than that, I'm just vibing, man. The longest freaking vibe ever. Oh. Fuck you. I hate this card so much. You have to end on that. Well, you're not even ending. You need an ending. I think that's the biggest insult. For Mouse Knight, for Squeak Knight, if you will. What was that movie with a mouse, the princess, someone dies? I don't know. But it probably describes a lot of different things. Again, Wes, I need time. I need to see the time. Been here for days. I haven't seen my family in weeks. God. Just keep special summoning egg fakes to hand. Never ends. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my god! Keeps going. Going. And like when I think it's done, it's not done. It never ends. Just doesn't stop. Okay. I mean, I'm surprised you have time left, but whatever. I'd feel low. Ooh, I'm not gonna like this, am I? I am not gonna like this. Can I try play? Yeah, not going well. Maybe they get overzealous on this one and just go through the moon because they can and overshoot. Okay, we got an optional effect here. Let's use it! Aha! Does absolutely jack shit! I would laugh. I was supposed to say I would laugh if time runs out on the perfect section though, but yeah. Man, okay. We're not having like luck on the Lunar Lights, which is a shame because I love my Lunar Lights. Okay. Getting Jackalope. Cool. Okay, that's a good draw. Bring back the fox. What does the fox say? I'm pretty sure no one knows that song anymore, but it's a forgotten memory. Banich, Peach. We'll get to that. Okay. And then we will want to go Sound Dance. After effect. Discard. Special. Then I can add one Luna Light spell trap. Good. Add the effect. Pitch of a panther. Activate of a tiger. Special summon. I got a few options. Option I'm going with turn Tiger to hand. I haven't even Noma summon yet? I didn't even know it's... Actually, shoot, now I made my decision. You know what? Nah, I'm going Utopia. This might be a mistake, but we're going Utopes. I should have summoned Jackalope in defense. That was definitely a mistake. Oh well. Set. End. Okay, we get a up stop. Oh. I'm actually more okay with that. If it was monster. Well, I mean, Leo Dancer on. Does that target? Well, if I just not target, that answers my question. Man, they just evolve a removal on hand. Oh boy, the remove. Yeah. Yeah, that's game. That's just game. I mean, I'm not even really upset. They have, again, bitches have perfect removal in hand, and that's how that goes. Man, Leonard is just really getting for both kids. Oh, so I learned something. So Magic is gonna have, like, the same cards, but they're gonna be different names between the digital version of the game and physical game, because they couldn't get the digital rights to Spider-Man, and they're having, like, you know, crossover set with Spider-Man. Probably because of Marvel Snap, I'm sure some legality, like, hoopla with that. But that's gonna be so confusing, because I watched the video, because I popped up and said, oh, like, hold on, let me pull up the title, and I was curious. Hold on. Let's see. History. Spider-Man's Magic the Gathering Nightmare. Because, I mean, I like Spider-Man, I like games, and I like nightmares. So I watched the video. And basically, apparently Magic sets are fucking huge. Apparently there's like 250 cards per set, 300 cards per set. That's massive. Man, and people complain when Yu-Gi-Oh sets get that big. And that's not the norm for Yu-Gi-Oh sets. Well, like, okay, so is it just story for, dailies? No. But, like, since they don't have the legal rights to Spider-Man digitally, they have to, you know, go Arachnid Man for, I'm sure that's even good enough, because one of Miles Morales' like alternative names is like Arachnid Kid, which, I mean, honestly, if we just go with Brooklyn Spider-Man, that'd be fine. But whatever. Whatever. But like, okay. Okay. Let me just reset. Then I never had that happen before. But like, where was I? But like, if for example, because Magic has done crossovers with Avatar and SpongeBob, if it decides to pull the rights for that, like for whatever reason, like if they want to make their own card game, Toon Cards, for example, let's go with that. And then, you know, if they want to use Avatar, and they want to use SpongeBob, they definitely want to use SpongeBob. Let's be honest. The Purple White, so then Magic would have to rename and do all new artwork for all those cards. And apparently Magic has gone to like 50% of the products is like different IPs. which I get, but it gives people in and works for short rights. I mean, it's a playable game, but like, you know, with all the different IPs and stuff like that, it's fun to collect those cards. But like, that's just such a nightmare for them. Again, if people start pulling for oh, that get counted as a loss because the system. That's stupid. Well, I hope I win. But like, that's just a nightmare. That really is a nightmare for them. Because I know like the Warhammer thing was like a limited time release in terms of additional factor. And then that made things wonky for that set too. Well, I know that's the case because it was in the video I watched, but learning is knowledge. But yeah, I don't think World Schwartz has like an online version of the game, so like when they give the different IPs, it doesn't really matter so much. But like with something like Magic, you know, the more IPs you get, and then you have an online card simulator, and you know, that's like I can see that being a total nightmare of the future for them. Boom, 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 boom. Do you just kind of tune out a bit when your opponent does wombo combos? Especially when you can't do anything. You just kind of like, elevator music starts playing. Ew, excuse me. My favorite card! Oh, they put Solemn Judgment to 2! But God forbid this card, please! I'm not a fan of this card if you couldn't tell. You couldn't tell. Again, this without the enemies just really kicks in. Well, I really think I'm just gonna lose. Go SP. Okay. Let's try not to lose. Okay. Oh, the second bench thing to fucking target. Okay. Well, it's alone. See what we can pick up. Unfortunate. And unfortunately, I can't see for Polly. Leo done so. Hopefully they don't SP here. The SP vote kind of suck. Okay. Will I still be able to special summon it off of ammo board? That's my question. Because it's Spanish or engrave. No. Because it moved the location 12 board. Oh, that's annoying. No, I went to my battle fate. Well, yeah. Interesting. I'm trying to think. Nah, they kind of screwed me with what they decided to get 12. Yeah, my go-to card isn't so go-to, huh? But can definitely try. And go for the kill. Itch. Oh, what? Am I missing something? Apparently I am. Cool, I'm just... Nah, let me play it out. Let me get my rewards. I mean, I'm getting D rank, but oh well. I mean, no matter what, I'm getting D rank, even if I win, so. Whew. I've had better duel sessions. Let me tell you. I think this is gonna be the last two. My head is pounding. So. Am I not dead? Okay, I was supposed to say, am I not dead? I was like, I should be dead. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm sad. Oh well, it happens. Oh well, I'd like to thank y'all for coming out. It's been fun. It's been a blast. It's been a little fun blast. Tomorrow will be more Pokemon Ranger, and then we'll continue the Great Ace Attorney Wednesday.